The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. COVID-19 vaccinations for the general population may start as early as October. This as more vaccine doses are expected to be delivered in the coming weeks. JC Cosico reports.
Ample vaccine supply by next month. This is what the government is banking on as it looks to open COVID-19 vaccinations to the general population by October. Among those expected to be included in the inoculations are vulnerable children with comorbidities.
Yun po ang tinitingnan po namin na kailangan mag-open up po tayo ng additional sector para po di-saturate ang ating mga vaccine.
Galvez said the country is expected to receive about 54.5 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines in the next 2 months. This will be equitably distributed to among regions, especially those with rising number of COVID-19 cases.
Kasi nakita po natin na mataas na po ang ating vaccination rate dito po sa Metro Manila. Ang ginawa po natin ay nagkaroon po tayo ng equitable distribution based dun sa unvaccinated population.
So far, around 33.7 million COVID-19 shots have been administered in the country. Of this number, 19.7 million have received their first doses, while about 14 million have been fully vaccinated. As for booster shots, Galvez says they are still waiting guidance from vaccine experts and the World Health Organization. Galvez confirmed that Chinese drug firm Sinovac Biotech wants to donate 500,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses. This will be administered as booster shots for health workers in the country.
Sa akin, wala naman po problema. Ang inanap ko rin po na kung if I am the one that will be asked, kailangan bigyan natin talaga ng full protection ng ating mga healthcare workers.
Although there are doubts on the efficacy of the Sinovac vaccine, especially against the Delta variant, Galvez maintained there is still no official report from the experts.
Wala pong pronouncement na gano'n ng ating mga expert. At sa ngayon po, sinasabi po na wala po talagang tayong mga data. At yung tatawag natin ay yung yung waning effect ng different vaccine.
The government has already allotted funds for the future purchase of booster shots in the proposed 2022 budget. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
The Health Department reports that some 4,500 vaccine doses have been wasted all over the country so far due to mishandling and other accidents. Vaccine Cluster Head and Undersecretary Mirna Kabutahe tells Radyo 5's Filon that many of these vaccines have been spoiled due to so-called temperature excursion. She explains this is when vaccines are exposed to non-recommended temperatures after several hours. Kabutahe says vaccine wastage was sometimes caused by mishandling of doses, citing instances of personnel forgetting to plug in the freezer or to replace ice in the vaccine carrier. Other incidents of spoilage were caused by unforeseen accidents, like fire breaking out at the storage facility. Still, Kabutahe stressed that the figure of wasted vaccines is still relatively low, and that investigations on the alleged mishandling are now ongoing.
Tinitingnan, unang-una para ma-prevent, pangalawa para maging accountable yung may gross negligence. We leave it up to the LGU to do the necessary steps. Prevention para hindi maulit.
Almost 150 residents of a condominium in Muntinlupa are affected by a 15-day lockdown in 5 of the building's floors. This was implemented after an alarming number of residents tested positive for COVID-19. Jenny Dawn with the details.
5 levels of this condominium in Muntinlupa have been on lockdown since Tuesday. It will be closed off for 15 days due to the alarming rate of COVID-19 transmission in the 20-story building. The Muntinlupa City Health Department says occupants of the lockdown floors are barred from leaving the rooms or roaming around the building. Even APORs or authorized person outside residence says are not spared.
Definitely no moving in and out of the room. So may CCTV na install plus the security of every floor, and meron pa nga silang assistance na ibibigay doon sa mga rooms na may positive. Talagang may bantay silang security provided by the management ng tower.
There are building watchers per floor to assist with deliveries. City Health Officer Dr. Juan Chubunya said that out of 146 residents in the condominium, 6 took RT-PCR test last week. All came back positive. All 146 residents of the 5 identified floors are also set to undergo swab test.
167 per 10,000 population. This is high kasi ang attack rate dapat 5% lang eh, no? So we have to lock this down.
The building affected by the lockdown also has residents belonging to high-risk groups, but the City Health Office admits some residents in the affected floors are resisting the lockdown measure.
Ayaw nilang malaman din na sila ay positive or gusto lang nilang baka return to work, pero with this ELQ, it's a mandatory thing for them kasi under the executive order, lahat sila, they have to be subjected for test.
While government now prefers granular lockdowns like this one, Interior Undersecretary Jonathan Malaya says there are other considerations like providing assistance to affected residents.
For final approval na po na meron pong augmentation na ibibigay ang national government kung sakasakali pong mag-i-impose ng granular lockdown ang mga local government units. Ang tulong pong maibibigay natin is through the DSWD.
For News 5, Jenny Dongon, PR1 News.
Senator Risa Hontiveros reminds cabinet members that they can be cited in contempt for failing to respond to the Senate's summons. This comes after President Duterte said that he will order all of his cabinet officials to skip the hearings and probes. Speaking with the chiefs, Hontiveros said that officials must honor the Senate's invitation to clear their names to the public.
I think kahit mag-issue lang kami ng ganyang parang sense of the committee na in contempt kayo, hindi kami nag-iisa eh. Dumadami at lumalakas ang boses ng ating mga kababayan na galit. Kasi damang-dama ng lahat itong dusa ng pandemya, itong dusa ng recession. And now to find out that government has been transacting with these criminal types using Filipino funds to buy overpriced PPEs. Aba, siguro dapat pakiramdaman naman ng administrasyon ang pakiramdam ng mamamayan. Hindi siguro sila dapat maging reckless na deadmahin lang ang imbitasyon ng isang hearing.
Hontiveros also said that the Budget Department's procurement service should have thoroughly checked the background of Pharmaly executives before awarding the contract. This comes after it was revealed that some of them have existing warrants of arrest in Taiwan since 2020. The lawmaker added that even if Pharmaly fulfilled its end of the deal, the fact remains that the PPEs bought from them were almost twice the price cap set by the DTI.
Kahit pa mapatunayan natin na okay, nandyan na yung inventory sa mga bodega ng Department of Health, the fact still stands na overpriced yung kinontrata nilang iyon. They bought those PPE sets at an average price of about 1,800 plus pesos sa mga buwan, March and April, or April and May, last year, na ang mismong price cap na itinakda ng DTI and which was being observed then by the DOH was about half of that, only 900 plus. Kasi at that time, yung mga Filipino PPE manufacturers, nag-retrofit na nga sila ng kanilang mga production line on the request of government, made to medical grade, pasado sa mga standards ng Department of Health at di hamak na mas mura, pasok sa price cap ng DTI at DOH. At a time din na nakakandara pa yung mga local manufacturers natin sa ilalim ng unang lockdown, struggling to survive, hindi pa sila ang binigyan ng ganitong negosyo on fair terms.
K-pop superstar Dara Park, more popularly known as Dara, has signed with new talent agency Abyss after leaving YG Entertainment last May. The agency handles the likes of former Wonder Girls member Sunmi and GOT7 member Bam Bam. And Dara also confirmed the move on an Instagram post of a black and white portrait with captions saying, "Hello Abyss." Reports say Dara's signing with the label has a more personal meaning to her, citing her close relationship with an old manager who discovered her here in the Philippines. Dara gained popularity in a reality talent show in the Philippines back in 2004 before leaving for South Korea to debut as part of YG Entertainment's girl group To Anyone in 2009. The group disbanded later on in 2016. Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. Pharmaly executives and Michael Yang's associate are wanted in Taiwan for supposed financial crimes. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte reveals that Senators Win Gatchalian are convincing her to be her running mate in next year's polls. And Miss Universe Philippines reveals its final 30 candidates for this year's competition. Exciting news for the whole family as Signal brings you 10 more awesome channels with free viewing starting this September until October 15th. More blockbuster movies on Tap Movies, Tap Action Flick, and Tagalize Movie Channel. More entertaining and trendy shows on Lotus Macau and Tap TV. More heart-pounding sports action on Premier Sports and Varsity Channel. And more fun learning for your kids at home on Moonbug Kids. For more details, visit Signal's website or Facebook page. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.